Okay, here we are on lesson 6, bubble 10, where if you're reading through the directions, it says that this program has events that detect three different changes: the toggle switch, plus the interval slider, and the frequency slider. Over here on the left side on the screen, you'll see this ID of interval and the ID of frequency. Because there's so many things that go that can cause the LED and buzzer to react. It uses functions to organize the code. So as we're scrolling through here in our code on the right side, you'll see that it makes use of functions to help kind of organize all of this. You scroll down, it wants you to read the update LED function, which is right here, to see what it does. And then we're going to add code to the update buzzer function to make it turn on the buzzer only when the toggle switch is on. So that is similar to when the update LED. If I scroll up, I want to take a look at this entire code. Onboard event. So I'm talking about my actual circuit board, the toggle switch when it changes. So no matter what position it's in, when I change it, it wants to update the LED, run that function, and it wants to run the update buzzer function or call those functions. Also, if you go over here on event, remember those are on your app over here on the left side. If I change either the interval, which is this slide, or frequency, and if I change that, it's also going to run or call those functions, this one for the LED and this one for the buzzer. So that way, I don't have to press a button to make anything happen. I just need to change one of the sliders or change the toggle switch. And then it's going to call these functions. So I'm going to go down to the function. The one for updating the LED makes use of a variable called interval, and that interval for LEDs is going to go get its value from the interval slider. And if you look over here, this slider ID is called an interval, and it just wants to pull what that value is. Now we can use the variable interval throughout our program here. So if the toggle switch is open, we're just going to do a conditional here. If it's open, it wants to go ahead and blink the LED at that interval speed, and it's already gotten that value. And if it's not open, which is the else, it's off. So I'm going to use that same structure when I'm going to build my function for the buzzer. Again, I'm going to set up a frequency variable, and it's going to go ahead and pull the value of the frequency from this slider over here on the left side. So that's what frequency value. So now it's set the frequency variable to whatever that is. And it says right here, the buzzer frequency is going to be frequency. All right. So we're going to make it so that it is only if the toggle switch is open. So we're going to go grab a control. We're going to do an if else. And we're going to make it so that if the toggle switch is open. So again, scroll down here. I'm looking for something on the circuit board. So I'm looking for the toggle switch. If the toggle switch is open, I want to go ahead and set my buzzer frequency to the frequency variable. And then I am going to go ahead and put in buzzer off for else. All right. And we're going to go ahead and test this out. Hit run. And we've connected to my Adafruit here. So a couple of things are going to make this happen. Number one, if I go ahead and change my LED, you'll see my LED is blinking there. And it's going to be either short or long. And then also my buzzer control. It's going to be a low frequency or a high frequency. And then the only way to turn that off is to flip my toggle switch. Remember, the only thing that turns that off is the toggle switch is open, it's on. Otherwise, it's off. Right? And that's all there is to lesson 6, bubble 10.